Like, you look Chennai se
Delhi se aaye.
Chennai, Delhi. They're doing a small thing on Deathfest and all that.
Okay.
So look, Trent Slaughter, सब जगह पे गए.
Okay.
You know, they've shot. Walk-in का public को shoot किया.
Oh,
Underground,
okay.
underground metal.
Okay.
So कल भी आएगा लोग shoot करेंगे.
सही.
हाँ. अपन चालू करने का Voice of the Soul. उससे feels आना मांगता लोगों को.
Yes.
That's the vibe. Feel. The brief is feel. Finally.
Nitin, introduction, take 3.
Hi, I'm Nitin Rajan. I've been part of Morticide in the past. Hi, I'm Nitin Rajan. I was part of Morticide in the past, and right now I play with Primitiv, and I also organize Domination at Deathfest. So this is the Bombay Death Metal Legion, which is jamming right here, and they will be headlining tomorrow's Deathfest, which is Deathfest 2014 in Bombay, and it's 18 members, you know, from across generations and across bands who have collected here to do tribute to the death metal legends.
We could hear the 18 people.
Yeah, man, it's huge, big noise tomorrow. Yeah, so as you know, the name itself is that Bombay Death Metal Legion. So Bombay, you know, it's a big ass city. So there are people from all over Bombay who are coming here right now to Malad to jam. So just to get 18 people together at the same time, at the same place, and break them into subgroups to do 9 tribute songs, it's a hell of a task, guys.
चार बार है ना
हाँ थोड़ा सा स्लो कर दे it'll be easier on us also
थोड़ा groove that's about. So they're doing Deicide, Dead by Dawn, Morbid Angel, Rapture. There's a Nile cover which is happening for the first time, I guess, over here. So there is a couple of Cannibal Corpse tracks. There's Obituary, and there's also a death instrumental which will kick off the whole Bombay Death Metal Legion. But lots of metal bands are jamming over here because Malad is in the western line, so a lot of bands around here.
Which year of Deathfest is this?
This is the 6th edition of Deathfest. Okay, we were in hibernation for 10 odd years, so we got it back last year, 2013, and this is the 6th edition, which will happen in Bombay as well as Hyderabad.
And which was the first Deathfest?
First Deathfest was 2000 in Bombay as Rhino, an outdoor show with 8 bands, and that was India's first extreme metal fest.
दो मिनट रेस्ट ले ले कहाँ से यहाँ से
Hi, this is Aditya Barve from Gutslit, and I'll be doing a song with Bombay Death Metal Legion today, and it's a cover by Cannibal Corpse and this band called Nile. So hope you guys like it, man.
How does it feel to be a part of the Bombay Death Metal Legion?
Dude, it feels really great, man, because I've been sharing the stage with my idol vocalists, basically Afaq Azad, Snehadeep Bapat, Nitin Rajan. They are like all legends in the scene, and I'm getting a chance to play with them. It's like a really big thing for me, man. I'm really happy for that.
And which year did you start Gutslit? Are you recall?
I actually auditioned for them in 2010. I started off doing songs for them. Started off doing songs for them in like 2011. So yeah, it was a pretty good journey. I had to rush up a bit in the initial stages because I didn't have much of time and we have to play a lot of shows and shit. But then yeah, it was pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
Really feels really awesome to be in a dream band, you know.
Yeah. And how long you've been performing as a
I've been performing since 2008, but that was like in a really amateur band. We used to cover stuff like Amon Amath, and but yeah, it was a really nice vibe then. I was pretty young then, and with a lot more of energy, so it was a really nice vibe. I really used to love playing.
What got you into extreme metal?
Basically the whole energy, man. Like the whole dark, old school, rush, sludgy feel, man. I'm a feel music more than I don't like fast speed parts much. I don't like that is not required for me like in every song. But then yeah, I really love the whole aura of the music and the whole dark feel to it. I really like that.
ये गाना और 10-12 बजाते हैं। सही आ रहा है मस्त। ये गाना 10-12 बजाते हैं।
ये स्टैंड अप था तेरा।
और एक
ये लास्ट करते हैं क्या?
लैश करते brutal.
Brew with the small zero in.
Katoot Kach.
And what about your folks at home?
They have gotten used to it, man. Like they don't have any other option, but they are really happy because I'm kind of doing what I'm supposed to do, going abroad, playing shows. We're actually playing at Obscene Extreme Festival right now in Czech Republic in July. So Deathfest in Germany. So it's like really big, man. So even they are happy. They know that their son is making some albums. They're out. People are buying it, and they know stuff like that. So they're like pretty happy and not behind me so much. But then yeah, their expectations are a bit more. But then it's cool, man. They deserve that.
You performed abroad yet, or you're going?
No, man, never.
Okay.
This will be my first time.
What has been your craziest moment in India, performing any place? Like,
I'll have to say this, man. Control Alt Delete last week, mad scenes, bro. There were around 875 people in an indoor event. Really massive crowd, people going crazy. A big lineup, around eight bands playing, 8 brilliant bands playing, and the whole energy, the whole aura, the whole organization. Really loved it, man. A really awesome show. It was like one of the best moments for me because it was in a renowned place called Blue Frog, and they provide you with really good sound and everything. So you get the whole vibe of the whole music which you're playing on the stage. So it's really nice to play on a place which has like produced so well with the sound as well. So yeah, man, really nice. My favorite one has to be Undergrind 2010, I guess, when Putrid Pile had headlined the event. Awesome gig, man. Really loved it.
alright, have a blast, have a
Thanks,
great
man.
show.
Thanks.
for giving me
Thanks for done,
Yeah,
man. Thanks for
thank
done.
you.
Let's get this place inside out.
The idea for Death Metal Legion actually occurred to Yash. I had very little say in the whole thing. I'm handling everything else in the festival but that. But yes, I mean...
Which part are you handling?
I'm handling the other bands like Plague Throat and Shepherd. The outstation bands, I am coordinating with them. I booked the venue. I mean, I handle the logistics, the power, the sound and stuff, all of that. The whole idea for the resurgence of a multi-band festival in Bombay, I mean, it came to me when I visited Bangalore and I saw that there were a lot of these old school underground fests happening in Bangalore, and Bombay had nothing in a similar fashion. And so I happened to run into Nitin, and I mean, Nitin had always wanted to bring back Deathfest. And that's how the whole plan came about. So, and last year we brought back Deathfest after a gap of 10 years. It was like one of the best nights of my life, honestly. I have been part of the Bombay scene for around 10 years, but I had never been part of an event of that nature before. The merch table had as much activity as, you know, the mosh pit had, which is fantastic. It is what Deathfest should be. Every genre of extreme metal has been brought for fans to enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, in the midst of everything, organizing as well as playing. My set is up next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feel? Excited?
Yeah, man, thrilled, super thrilled for Primitiv as well as Bombay Death Metal Legion. Yeah, I mean, I could see a lot of people, you know, who haven't attended shows in a lot of time are showing up. You know, people who have attended the first Deathfest, they are here, and the younger lot. You know, I know people who have come from Pune. There are people who come from Delhi. You know, and there are people from Nasik over here right now. So, you know, it's awesome. Back then, there was nothing called as Extreme Metal Festival or even a metal festival anywhere in India. Very honestly, you know, I'm not bragging that we are the first, you know, or something on those lines. There were no metal fest, and we started out. The idea was to get all the metal bands together, extreme metal bands, and have a fest for on its own. So it was in a way way ahead of its time. And there were very less shows, so the turnout was also pretty exciting. And even to get in touch with bands was quite different because the internet was quite nascent, you know. And just to reach out to the bands, just to be aware that there's a band called as Blasphemy in Chennai, you know, just to know and to get them over here. You can imagine, you know, there were no cell phones back in the day. So yeah, it was quite exciting, and the turnout was huge. The first Deathfest was quite a landmark. That way, because there was Metal India webzine which is launched, you know, Cyclocide copies. Mindsnare launched their albums. There were tapes being sold, right? Besides CDRs. So you can imagine, and 9 bands playing outdoor, Raz Rhino, you know, Bombay, crazy.
Tell us something about Morticide. What's happened to the band now?
Well, I mean, Morticide shut shop in 2003. So we were active from 98 to 2003, various lineup changes in the works. But you see, you know, most of the metal musicians, you know, besides Morticide also, most of them, people migrate from the country. You know, that's when we lose out a lot of musicians. So right now, all our members are in various continents, you know, if you really ask me. So it really became difficult after a while to sustain, you know. Some bands have stuck along like Cryptos and stuff with a lot of lineup changes. Unfortunately for Morticide, it really didn't happen after 2003.
Death Metal Legion, guys.
Mumbai Death Metal Legion, Mumbai!
कौन है वो?
Mumbai!
तेरा नाम फ्रैंक क्यों है फिर? प्रशांत क्यों है? We are on stage. Alright? Vocalists, you guys have seen vocalists from 4 generations, alright? I'm the oldest.
How many real brutal death metal fucking fans over here, man?
It's like the holy pilgrimage for us unholy guys, right? So I've been wanting to do it for a long time. So this is the year. In fact, me and Riju, the co-organizer of Deathfest, we're going together and to Wacken, and it should be an enriching experience. Of course, besides watching all these amazing bands and the entire fest, you know, the organization, the atmosphere. And I mean, it's a cultural experience, you know, besides the whole metal fest which is happening.
So do you have any plans of bringing Wacken Open into Bombay?
Not really, because I guess Salman is pretty much doing that, because Bangalore Open Air is that we're affiliated to Wacken Open Air. My aims are underground, Roy, pretty honestly, you know. I want Deathfest to reach out to other cities, like we're going to Hyderabad next week. So maybe next year I'll take it to Pune or Chennai or Indore for all that matters, because these are, I mean, I would want, you know, because those there, you know, what was happening back in Bombay in 2000 is happening over there, you know, in this city. So that's my idea. Slow, I'm okay even if 150 people come for Deathfest, that's cool. No plans for any major open air fest and stuff. I want to keep it underground and spread out to more cities if possible.
Brilliant. I wish you all the best for the show. I wish you all the best for taking Domination forward.
Thanks a ton, Roy. Thanks a ton. It means a lot that you guys have come all the way from Chennai and you're doing this, covering this gig. Means a lot, you know. Just keeps me going for one more year, man, for all you know.
Thanks a lot.
All right, man. I mean, I just want to see these kind of initiatives, you know, it really, you know, it is inspiring for us also, because these things need to be documented, because the moment it's documented, you know, a lot more people would watch, you know, they would be aware of the entire scene which is happening in India. And I mean, these are the records, you know, these days, this is how we store memories, you know, and how people get inspired. So more power to such ventures, you know, such initiatives, more power to you guys.
Thank you.
Hey man, heartfelt.